Hey, um, I was going to type tonight or type something tonight, but I'm really lazy today. It's one of those days. But I wanted to, figured I'd do a video, and such a lazy video. I don't have my awesome backdrop, nothing. You're getting full living room. Awesome. It's a mess. You just can't even see it. I wanted to give a review of my first talk, give my own review of my talk. I hope some people learned some things. I'm happy with how it went only because everything didn't fall apart. I was so afraid that I was going to get up there and just go blank, which there were a couple, I was glad I brought some note cards, because there were a couple times where I was like, what? Because I looked up and there was all these faces, and I was like, did I really sign up for this? What are you thinking? You know, I'm happy with how things went though. It was really nice to put some names to some Twitter names. Does that make sense? Some faces to some Twitter names. But it was cool. It was very cool actually. It was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to doing it again. And I know what I want to change about my talk. I know what to expect now. Oh, funny story. So I started at like 3 of, because the room was pretty full, and I figured my talk was at 2, so I just kind of started going. Incidentally, I got a free copy of Microsoft Office Standard from your friendly Microsoft developer evangelists. Thank you. Because I did my PowerPoint in OpenOffice. It is free, okay? It is free. And it crashed, actually, so maybe Microsoft Office is better. Anyway, so funny story. So it started at 2. So I get started like 3 minutes early. It was like 3 of. And I put slides together, and there was some code, and I got through all my slides, like almost all of my slides. There was, I think, 12 altogether, and I got through 10 of them. There was like 1 for the middle, then 1 for the end. And I look up, and it's like 2:03. And I was like, crap. Like, what am I going to do? This is going to be the shortest presentation ever. But actually, the codes, it was like 3 examples, and the codes took longer. It was like 45 minutes altogether. So it was just funny. And I want to change my examples. They weren't very diverse. That's one thing I want to do differently. But I was really nervous. But the audience, the people that came, were really great. I think they could tell I was nervous, to tell you the truth. But it was nice having some support. I was so afraid that guy was going to be there. The guy that like asks horrible questions, the guy that. So anyway, that guy was not there. He's usually there at every talk. Always a different guy though. Anyway, so that went well, and I'm happy, and I'm happy for the support. It was a great time, and I'm glad I did it. So I hope some people learned some things. Also, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot this week is this whole Pirate Bay business. When I got to college, the first thing I did was download Napster. Like OG gangster Napster from back in the day, like 8 years ago. Anyway, but I hate the man. I do. And hearing that those guys got prosecuted, I was like, no, we have to support them. Let's send them money and stuff. But then you think about it, and people steal software. They steal our software, like stuff that we make. So we really can't support them, and that's so hard. I still hate Metallica for being like someone's dad about the whole thing. They were so mad, and I was like, oh, those guys are jerks. They're the worst. But anyway, yeah, there's a party that always hates the manual. I think it's about Microsoft gets such a bad rap sometimes. Someone did a poll on Twitter the other day. It was like, what do you think of like if Microsoft releases something, do you feel like it should be more like robust? Do you feel like if Microsoft releases something, like it should be flawless? And you kind of do expect it to be flawless, but I feel like they're kind of over scrutinized for every single little thing because everyone hates the man. And You know, and I won't say I've never done it. Actually, I will say I've never done it on the internet. Never stolen anything. But I just think that it's kind of stinks to steal software, so I can't get behind those guys. But kids, you gotta love kids that do. You have to love kids that are different, you know? So keep hating the man. Like, there's this kid in my neighborhood, this is so off topic, but he has this mohawk, and it's like a real mohawk, like with the spikes. Like, he has a spiky mohawk with like individual spikes all up the back of his head, and he's so different. I just want to be like, every time I see him, I'm hoping I walk past him because I want to tell him how cool his hair is, you know. But anyway, he's different, and you have to love kids that are different. So keep hating the man. He's a jerk. He's the worst, and that's it. I'm going to bed. I'm already in my pajamas. Have a good night. Good night. Good night.